Space Dandy goes on the ultimate quest for boobies in my review of Space Dandy Episode 3. This episode had a massive robot in the shape of Space Dandy fighting against a giant monster that was made out of tits. Yeah, it was that type of episode. Space Dandy doesn't care what you or I think. It's an excuse for beautiful animation, and it's a great homage to classic sci-fi, and it's just a really fun show in general, and if you're not really into the whole fan service thing, you're probably not going to dig this episode, or really this whole series in general. But this episode was essentially about Space Dandy going on the ultimate quest for major boobage. The episode actually opens up with Dandy trying to pass off Meow as a very rare alien to Scarlet to try and get a little bit of extra money on the side, but that doesn't work. It gets completely rejected. And this is just, again, another excuse to see a lot of really cool and kooky looking aliens, one of which actually reminded me of a Crimson Behelit from Berserk. And speaking of Berserk, the main focus of this episode was getting to see Space Dandy go down to this planet and they encounter all of these really freaky aliens which want nothing more to do than to rip you to shreds. And the first ones they see are these big giant creatures which have these like almost vagina-looking faces, which have these giant tentacles come out, which have mouths attached to them. It's one of the most disgusting-looking things I've ever seen, but it reminds me of the Apostle Demons from Berserk. And these giant monsters are chasing this girl who's absolutely gorgeous. But as we all know, looks can be deceiving, and apparently this girl is one of the most monstrous aliens in the entire universe. She is known as a Deathgarian. Space Dandy and his crew have no idea what they've gotten themselves into, and what I think is funny about this is it's sort of like this great homage to Alien. Like, it sort of has that feel, that sort of slasher villain in space feel, as the Deathgarian is trying to pick them off one by one. And she goes after Meow first, and speaking of Meow, he is hilarious, and the running gag with his character is that he looks like a cat, but he's not a cat. But he has a ton of cat tendencies. Like in this episode, there's this continuous joke where Space Dandy is bringing up this hologram of Honey from Boobies, the restaurant, and every single time Meow sees this, he tries to, like, put his hand through the hologram, but nothing works, and he keeps attacking it continuously. And this is just, again, to show that even though he doesn't want to say he's a cat, he's pretty much a space cat. Funny detail I missed, the ship that Dr. Gel is piloting, which looks like a giant Statue of Liberty, also has a ball gag in its mouth. I'm not sure if that's a metaphor for anything, but it's pretty hilarious looking. The end of the episode is sort of a tribute to the mecha genre, because Meow ends up getting eaten by the Deathgarian, who transforms into this giant tit monster, that's literally what it is. And Space Dandy and QT go back to the ship, and they have this little version of their ship that they can pilot out, and it transforms into this robot that actually looks like Space Dandy, Pompadour and all. And he ends up having this huge classic battle with this monster. And I'm not going to tell you how he actually defeats it, because it's a nice twist, and it's a callback to a joke that's actually in the beginning of the episode. But it's really, really entertaining, and I love how the episode ends with them essentially pretty much forgetting about Meow being eaten by this giant monster, which seems to be another running gag of the series. Like, they can die in an episode, and then they won't even talk about it in the next one. It's not really a big deal. They're not even addressing that first thing that happened in the very first episode, which some people say might actually be at the end of the series, but I'm not really sure how to take it. I'm just sort of seeing this as a really fun, really crazy series. It sort of reminds me of something that should be more on Adult Swim as opposed to Toonami. But since it's an anime, I'm guessing that's why it makes sense. And speaking of Toonami, it's just great to have it back. It really is fun to be able to watch it again on Saturday nights and seeing all the cool bumper ads and everything they have. But this here was just another really fun, trippy episode of Space Dandy. Like I said, it's a series that really doesn't give a crap. It does what it wants. But again, it's just another awesome homage to, like, all the classic sci-fi. It's basically the Hitchhiker's Guide to the Doctor Who Dandy. It's pretty damn awesome. I'm really starting to grow on the characters a little bit too. Meow seems like he's going to be very enduring. He's going to be like sort of the mascot of the series. But QT is very, very funny. And a lot of that has to do with QT's voice acting, which is very auto-tune sound. And just makes for a lot of really funny situations. And there's also this one joke in the episode where Space Dandy's actually able to communicate with those one creepy aliens he sees at the beginning that he actually thinks are really antagonistic. But actually, they're pretty damn chill, and they actually warn him about the Deathgarian. And the way they talk and the slang they use is absolutely hilarious. And it just sort of brings the entire episode together. But otherwise, really cool episode. It ends on a high note with Space Dandy being able to capture this creature and show it to Scarlet and get a little bit of scratch on the side. So, fun episode. Check it out if you're following the series. If you can, check it out on Toonami's. Remember, it airs at 11:30. It's what kicks off the entire lineup. So check it out, guys. Fun episode. If you guys had a chance to check out this week's episode of Space Dandy, you could tell me what you thought about it, maybe some of your favorite moments, and maybe what you hope to see from the future of the series. Remember, guys, before you leave, make sure and hit that like button, give this video a thumbs up, and you can check out some of the other videos we were working on. I just did my review of One Piece 629. It is the beginning of the Dressrosa arc, which features a classic One Piece villain, Doflamingo. So make sure and check that one out, and subscribe if you haven't already. So, I'll see you next time, guys. Super Kami Guru 9000. Out.